YouTube family? It's your boy Dwight. Welcome back to the channel, Silverback CI. Hope all is well with everybody. First off, do me a huge favor. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I post new content. Now today, I would have to say, I have to give you part 2 of my winter list for this year. And this is the high-end version. Keep it locked. Well, let's get right down to it. Now today, this is my winter luxury 2023 list. So let's get right off into it. Here, first one. Of course, like I always said on this channel, I really don't pride myself off of putting discontinued fragrances in my videos because I know it's hard, if not impossible for y'all to get. So that's why this one is an honorable mention, because if it wasn't an honorable mention, it'd be higher up on the list. And that's New York Oud from Bond Number 9. An amazing cold weather suited and booted type of scent profile. I do use it sparingly because you can't go to Bond Number 9's website and get it. You can't get it on discounters, so it's very, very hard to get your hands on. But what you get with this one, you get some rose, you get some plum, you get some honey, and you get oud. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on notes, so we can get through this list pretty quickly here. But it's an amazing scent profile that I'm very, very sad that Bond Number 9 actually discontinued this one. I'm hoping just like Riverside Drive and what's the other one that they brought back? Riverside Drive and New Harlem, that they bring this one back eventually, and along with bondnumber9.com, but could be wishful thinking. But that's my honorable mention for this year for winter. Next one, let's scoot that over here. And it's to the House of Lattafa, and it's in their Body Oud line, Oud for Glory. Now, I recently heard that Afnan has one that's supposed to be even closer to Oud for Greatness, but out of what I've experienced with this one right here, it's dangerously close to Oud for Greatness. Could be a little bit more sweet when that one could be a little bit more oudy and woody with some more spices. But to me, for the price range of Oud for Greatness being at that $400 price point, if not over, and then for you to be able to get this one for about that $35 price point, I think it's awesome. What you get with this one is the saffron sweetness. You get the nutmeg spice with a woody, oudy dry down and some musk. Awesome for the winter time. And it cuts through the cold like a knife through butter. Next one. Apple Brandy by Killian. An amazing scent profile that you get some crisp apple in the opening, but you also get the, even though it's listed as a brandy scent, most websites they have it listed as a rum note that's in this fragrance. I'm not for sure really able to distinguish between whether it's a rum accord or a brandy accord, but whichever one they use, it smells amazing. Very, very playful scent profile that's sweet, does have some cardamom spice. It does have the rum in there, and as it dries down, you do get some of that aquatic, somewhat abroxan smell with some vanilla in that dry down. Very, very amazing, cool weather scent. Now, next one might surprise some as far as where it's positioned in this countdown, but it's only because to me, I'll always remember what my guy Ross at TLTG Reviews told me about this fragrance when he featured it on his channel. And that's that Vicks Vapor Rub opening of Leighton from Parfum de Marly. While I definitely get that in the opening, and once you get that in your mind, you can't unsmell it. But it's an awesome scent profile that has a very, very strong vanilla dry down. But in the opening, you do get that lavender, you do get that crisp apple, and you do get a little bit of the blend between the violet leaf and the jasmine as far as some florals in there. And then you get that vanilla, very, very strong vanilla dry down with some added spice. It's almost like cardamom comes alive down the stretch, and it also stretches throughout the mid and the dry down with that vanilla dry down. A fan favorite for most. Now this one here took me by storm when I smelled it because it was a scent profile that I never really got a chance to experience. And that's with King Andy from Sensual Obsessions. And that's their take, which they've had more than one take, on Andy Warhol from Bond Number 9. awesome scent profile right here. But what you do get with this one here, you do get some plum in that opening that gives a nice, rich sweetness. Probably my best way to be able to explain it. But the oud is prevalent from the beginning to the end. This is one of the, I think this is the second, or if not the third iteration of Andy Warhol that he made, because different batches have different nuances that come to the forefront. With this one here, it's a little bit more fruity as opposed to the super oudy, spicy iteration that I got when I got my first Andy Warhol from Central Obsessions. But Kevin did his thing with this fragrance here, and if the original Bond Number 9 Andy Warhol smells anything like this, that means it was amazing prior to it being discontinued, but it seems like it's going on in the air for Bond Number 9 to discontinue future Hall of Fame level fragrances. But this one's awesome, and you do get some rose and musk as well as it dries down. Next one, of course, had to have Angel Share by Killian as well on my cold weather scent list for winter. Now, what you get with this one, you do get a nice prevalent cinnamon note in this one here. You get some cognac and a gourmand presence. So you get the cognac, you get the cinnamon, but as it dries down, the praline and the tonka bean mix actually mixes with the cognac and the cinnamon and kind of gives you like a cinnamon roll, Cinnabon type of scent profile, but at the classiest level. This one here is one I break out when I'm kind of suited and booted, but I'm going somewhere where being nicely dressed and having a playful but sophisticated scent profile is accepted. It's not necessarily one that I would wear all the time to work. Every once in a while I'll break it out for that. But like I said, it's a playful scent profile that you can wear multiple places. It's very versatile. But I will say, as far as its versatility, it flows better for me when it's cooler outside. Next one. And we're going back to the house of Bond Number 9 with Lafayette Street. A very, very mysterious scent profile that definitely gets you compliments. And one thing you can guarantee about Lafayette Street, when you go somewhere, you will not smell like anybody else that you're around, because the scent profile is so unique and sweet with some resinousness in the scent profile. But what I really, really get is that vanilla / tonka bean mixture in this one here. You get some ambergris, but at that top, you get that apple that comes in to flowing into the powdery freshness that this scent profile provides. Now, this isn't a t-shirt fragrance, if you ask me. It's more of a anywhere between a polo shirt on up to your Oxford and your suit. It's more of a sophisticated and grown and sexy scent profile. Perfect for when it's cool outside, though. But you can mix it in on some cooler nights earlier in the year as well. Next one, headed to Roja Parfums, and that's Scandal Parfum Cologne. One of my favorite tuxedo type of scent profiles, because it's extra spicy. You definitely know this one's not for the weak at heart when it comes to a childish scent profile. But what you get with this one here is extremely spicy, extremely fresh. You do get some lavender, so it's your modern day fougere type of scent profile. So you get some lavender. You do get a little oak moss as it dries down. And you know, when it comes to a Roja Dove fragrance, you get 1,000 notes. So we won't sit and go over all of them, but the lavender in this one and the spice really, really gives you that grown man that means business type of scent profile that you can't undeniably can say that it looks good when in a suit and smells good in a suit. Next one, a new one to the collection, and it's by Nichane, and that's Fan Your Flames. This one here I haven't had for a very, very long time, but I knew right away off first sniff that it was going to make my winter list. Now, what you get with this one, you get some tobacco, you get some rum, which is a very, very smooth, not rough and type of rum. It does have a gourmand nuance to it with the coconut that's in there. But between the coconut, the rum, and the tobacco, that's what is the main players in this fragrance right here. It's a very, very sophisticated scent profile that I will say, for the price that you can get it at on discounters, it's just amazing. And I've never encountered anything that quite smells like this. And then as it dries down, you get some oak moss and you get some cedar essence in there. So it's woody at the very, very base of it all. But the star players is that rum, that coconut, and that tobacco. An amazing scent profile. But to me, It's more of a out and about, somewhere where you can let the wind hit it, or even fellas night out type of scent. This is one of my go-tos when it comes to stuff like that, on the rare occasions that I do get out like that. Next one, rated a 10 out of 10 from Virtus, and that's Vanilla Oud. Excellent scent profile that also I knew from first sniff that not only would it make my winter list, that it would also be one that is more of a special occasion type of scent profile. So what you get with this one, that even though it's not listed, I do get the apple, I get the rhubarb in the opening, so it's a very, very fruity, but like has a little ting to it in that opening. But you get that vanilla, you get the oud throughout the whole lifetime of the fragrance. But I personally get a little bit of a boozy nuance when I put it on my skin, but there's no boozy notes listed in this fragrance. To me, definite 10 out of 10, like I stated in my video when I did do my review on this one right here. The reason why I didn't get the #1 spot, because it's been in my collection such a short amount of time, and at my #1 spot, I've got a chance to spend more time with that fragrance, and its rating, no matter what I did in the video for this next one, it gets bumped up to a 10 as well, because to me, this fragrance and that fragrance are on the same level, even though they go in two separate directions as far as how they perform, when I would wear them, and the scent profiles. But this one is awesome. And this one also has a caramel note in here that's very prevalent, that gives it a nice gourmandish sweetness to it that complements the oud, the vanilla, and the saffron, and that apple and rhubarb opening. Got to get you at least a sample of this one. And at the #1 spot, it has paid its dues to be at the #1 spot, and that's Mason Francis Kurkdjian's Oud Sat Mood. And this is the Eau de Parfum concentration. Now, this one here is one of those ones that I pull out when I'm really, really trying to make a statement, going somewhere. And with this one here, what you really get is you get two different types of rose. You get Bulgarian rose, you get Turkish rose, and you get some oud. But as it dries down, it gives you a nice vanilla pop. Those four notes are the ones that reign supreme in this fragrance and actually come to the forefront the most. It's a very, very attention-getting scent profile. Compliments come rolling in when I wear this thing right here. And it's versatile in the instance of how you can dress it up, but once again, it's one of those ones that it's a luxury scent profile that I wouldn't want to just slap on a white t-shirt, spray that on, and get to moving around. I would pick something else if I'm going to a scenery to where that dress code is acceptable. But when you in a sweater or Oxford suit, tuxedo, all the way up the rankings when it comes to actually heading off into the grown and sexy way of dressing, this one right here, to me, I haven't ran into too many things in my collection, if anything, that does it better. Mason Francis Kurkdjian, Oud Sat Mood. Now, if you have any fragrances in your collection that you feel that should have made this list that I don't have, or that you've seen in past videos of mine that you think that should have made it, or at least received an honorable mention, leave a comment in the comments and let me know. I plan to get my nose on lots of new things in 2024, and we'll see how the winter list at the end of this year goes. See y'all when that comes about. That's my time. Peace.